Armchair commanders, we call the shots. From our living room thrones where the action's hot. We're the generals of fiction, the masters of war. In silver screen battles with buttered popcorn. Armchair commanders, armchair commanders.
Fred Durst.
Fucking try and stop. Well, maybe don't dress like him, huh?
I'm not dressed like Fred Durst. I just wear my hat backwards.
Will you look like one of those new metal bastards with the beard and the backwards hat?
Also,
rolling.
Let's start singing about Chocolate Star Kiss.
Yep. But anyway,
welcome to the podcast of Armchairs That Command.
And I'm Jack. This week we have a guest star from Fred Durst.
My name's John.
John Durst, okay.
And this week if this is somebody's first time listening to us, they've definitely clicked off the fucking podcast by this point.
You're welcome. I spared them an hour of us talking about a fucking elephant movie.
I was going to say, though, if what brought somebody to this podcast was like, holy shit, somebody finally reviewed Operation Dumbo Drop from 1995, I would have some serious questions for that individual, but...
That's my favorite movie!
Okay, so you laugh, but like as a kid, I was a big fan of this movie. It was like childhood favorite of mine, because, you know, I grew up on a military base and like not a whole lot of like kid-friendly war movies, so...
Yeah, I'd imagine not.
And like, you know, Vietnam, what a kooky time to be alive, right?
Yeah, it was a rather silly era.
This movie holds up a lot better when you're 7 and don't understand the horrors that is the Vietnam War.
Yeah. I was going to mention that too. Like, the worst part is I can totally see this being like a kid's favorite movie if you don't know that or don't care about the context. A fun, silly adventure with an elephant.
I remember seeing, like, not too long ago, because, you know, I am who I am, YouTube recommended me the, like, original, like, coming to a theater near you, like the previews that used to be on VHS tapes before a movie started.
Oh my god, those are the best.
So I saw the like the preview that they would have put on the like coming to a home video. In 1965, the United States is at war. This summer, Ray Liotta, Danny Glover go on a heartfelt mission to bring a elephant. It's like the same way that they would have sold the movie like Homeward Bound.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, is Homeward Bound a war movie?
Yes.
Sure, well, whatever. Anything's a war movie at this point.
F it, yeah. Any movie with anything resembling some form of conflict is a war movie, I guess.
This movie hits like every trope of just like a summertime kid movie, like a summer camp movie almost.
It does.
Like, I was ready for the like, because, you know, how else are we going to explain that it's Vietnam other than by playing a bunch of hit songs from the 70s? I was really waiting because it had that summer camp vibe. I was like, waiting for, "Are you ready for the summer?" As like the Vietcong are slipping and sliding over elephant poop.
The fucking NBA commander's just like shaking his fist. Oh, you Americans!
Also, we talked about this like a little bit before, but the fucking tone deafness of this fucking movie.
Oh my god.
Like I love so we have our main characters whose mission it is to deliver an elephant to a village because the village said basically the NVA comes to this village and murders an elephant as punishment because they know that they had been helping the Americans. The village
Right.
said, replace our elephant or else you will no longer get our help. And our wacky, zany adventure goes on.
Kicks off, yeah.
And so they get our lovable elephant Botat. Botat? I don't know how to
The
say
tot.
it. Botat.
Something.
Who comes with a little orphan boy, apparently. Because that's a normal business deal. Like, oh, here's your elephant and his 7-year-old handler. Like, and the moment that really hit me, as far as the like tone deafness goes in this, like the movie starts off with the origin story, essentially, of Lynn, and we don't know it until later. But basically, Lynn's family, who is elephant wranglers, gets caught in the crossfire between the NVA and the Americans, and
Which,
elephants die, people die, all that stuff. Which, okay, fine, like the civilian casualties of war, like caught in the crossfire, makes sense, all that.
yeah, I
But there's
get that.
yeah, that tracks. But way later in the movie, when Lynn is like, that is the kid's name, right? Lynn.
I don't remember, man.
Yeah, it's Lynn. Um, one of the other characters is like, so what happened to your mom? And he's like, my mom and sister were killed by the VC. I don't know who killed my dad. And it's like, it's almost like, yeah, obviously the VC are the bad guys because one, they killed the elephant that started this wacky zany adventure. Two, they killed Lynn's mom. Lynn's dad, it's ambiguous. Maybe it was the VC. Maybe it was the Americans. Who knows? Like,
But
there's like no getting the hands dirty of the America side of this film.
yeah, that was convenient. And that's another thing. um, Correct me if I'm wrong, but America's major involvement didn't begin until 1965. Before that, it was like supervisors and such,
Yeah,
attaches.
I want to say from like 60 to 65 or even earlier, we were sending over like
55. Like we were sending support and like generals to try to whip the South Vietnamese military into shape.
yeah, and like we were sending like special forces over there and CIA and shit. But like regular conventional troops wasn't until like 65.
Right. That's what was confusing me.
I don't know. Vietnam was in like a perpetual state of war for like 40 years.
And then some.
Yeah. Because originally they were trying to kick the French out because it was a French colony. Then they did that, and then like we came in because like can't have communism, and we were there forever. And then there's a little bit of internal like infighting after we left, but yes, they were at war for a really fucking long time. And Viet Cong fucking champs throughout the entire time. They had their shit figured out.
Man,
Not to confuse anybody that like this is like a pro VC podcast, but you know, credit where credit's due.
Yeah. Yeah. that whole affair was just bad fucking deal all around for everyone involved. So, therefore, it makes a perfect zany kids movie for an elephant and an orphan and the saber-toothed tiger from Ice Age and the drug-addicted gangster from what's that fucking Goodfellas, or that guy that looks at the camera and says, "I'm too old for this shit" from Lethal Weapon.
Right.
Because why the hell not?
The casting choice in this is just ridiculous. You have Ray Liotta, Dennis Leary, Danny Glover, like not exactly, you know, your A-team like kids movie stars, you know?
Yeah, it's what this. I don't even know what to say. Like, this casting is just picked out of a hat.
I was really waiting for one of them just to start dropping F-bombs, but you know, this thing was rated PG because what good Vietnam movie isn't rated PG?
I'm pretty sure they say shit like numerous times, or they say they drop. I don't know if it was the F-bomb, but they say something that made me like pause for a second and try to check the rating of this.
I don't know, but did you feel a close kindred spirit to Specialist Farley?
No, I can't say that I did.
Okay, never mind then. Our country boy who they're like, I love that they tried doing like a standard like, okay, you're leading the mission. Like, you're our MacGyver guy that will get us whatever we need. And then we have like, well, you grew up on a farm in Iowa, so you'll be like the animal person, and then he doesn't do anything with the fucking animal.
Animals don't like me.
We have giant water buffalo tranquilizers for the elephant. Who's going to shove it up its butt? Not the
Ew,
animal.
Gross.
The amount, yeah, not the animal guy. He's not doing it. Also, just a ridiculous amount of poop jokes in this film. Like, I get it. It's a kid's movie. Who doesn't love a good poop joke every now and again? But there's like a half dozen of them. Because there's the, we need to give the suppository to this elephant. Ew, gross. Or like,
exactly.
They're running away in this giant truck, and the truck is filled with fucking elephant droppings, and like, whoa, trip and fall into it. Haha.
God. And just, I'm sorry if we keep coming back to this, but this is a PG family comedy set in the fucking Vietnam War. And yes, we're hung up on that, but apparently so is every other critic, because I looked at the Wikipedia article for this, and all the other critics are saying the same shit we are right now. Like, why is a family-friendly comedy set in Vietnam? Like, could you see this movie like moving up the timeline a bit, where the kid's parents or the kid's dad and the elephant were killed in like the early to mid 1970s when the war was winding down, and then the government organizing this, and then there's like some lingering doubts about running this operation in a post-war zone where they're all pissed at us.
Right.
But I don't know. I don't know. I'm just a writer without his writer's room, I guess.
All I can imagine is I'm just imagining when did George of the Jungle come out?
Had to have been around this time. Also, this movie came out around the time I was born.
Yeah, 95. Holy
Yeah, I
shit.
was born in
Operation Dumbo
95.
Drop came out before George of the Jungle. Now, listeners, you may be wondering, why is John talking about George of the Jungle? One, I love Brendan Fraser. Two, in my brain, the way I see this pitch going is like they just got off of some other kind of animal based type movie, and like a writer's just ripping a line of coke and being like, well, that worked, let's go to Vietnam. I'm looking at the film poster for this movie, and it's an elephant, and it's just the elephant's butt, like rear view of elephant, which okay, that's a choice, and it's
Mm-hmm.
camouflaged, so like the entire elephant is in like army camo scheme, and the card over top of it says, "When you weigh 4 tons, it's hard to be a secret weapon."
What weapon? This is a bargaining chip.
Yeah, that's not the point of the movie. Except, Botat does, pick up and throw the fucking VC officer, but also
Yeah.
weak fucking writing in this movie, because remember, this whole series of events is set off by the fact that this VC officer punishes a village and kills an elephant, right?
Right.
They spend this entire movie, VC is chasing these Americans because they're like, I don't know what they're doing with that elephant, but we need to stop it. Okay, fine. That tracks for this character. We get to the grand finale scene where, we've gone through all these around the world in 80 days bullshit of like, oh, we're going to walk, and then we're going to take a truck, and then we're going to take an airplane, and then we're going to take a boat, and then we're going to take another airplane. Resulting in them creating this special crate that they put Botat in to airdrop him to the village, or her. I don't know if Botat is a boy or a girl elephant. I'm not an elephantologist. Don't at me.
Elephantologist. Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
fucking word for it, right?
That's the what?
That's the word for it, right?
Sure.
Right.
Sure.
Let's just go with it.
Yeah. I'll let you have that.
And so we see him looking through the sights of this like anti-aircraft gun, and he has an underling that's like, "Sir, do you want me to fire?" And he's like, "I don't shoot elephants, especially flying ones." And I'm like, this whole movie is predicated on the fact that you do shoot elephants.
Yeah, like that was the whole point of the mission.
That is why we are here. Like, so it's fucking stupid.
Yeah. And it's just such an odd movie. Like I didn't even know this movie even existed until you told me about it a week or two ago.
Yeah, like I said, this was a favorite of mine as a kid.
And
I
another
had it on
buddy,
VHS.
there's another buddy in our Discord that I was talking to, Alec, and he said like, "Oh yeah, I loved this movie as a kid, but then I rewatched it when I was an adult, and man, it did not hold up." Actually, learning about the Vietnam War.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah, I'm just reading a fucking article about this fucking movie. Operation Dumbo Drop 2 was a proposed sequel to the 1999 Disney film Dumbo Drop, which was actually titled Operation Dumbo Drop. But this project was canceled. It was originally scheduled for release for 2001. However, the 9/11 attacks uh, caused a delay and then ultimately was canceled by Disney because they thought it was going to be in poor taste.
Oh, okay. Now they're concerned.
I'm just imagining fucking like fucking Feb like March 2002. We've invaded Afghanistan. From the folks that brought you Operation Dumbo Drop, Operation Dumbo Drop 2,
Drop
Afghanistan
harder.
Boogaloo. This time we're dropping an elephant into fucking Kandahar.
Yeah. The fucking tribe helping us convinces us to give them an elephant, even though elephants aren't fucking native. And
Why
we
do you
just
want an
take their
elephant?
word.
Why do you want an elephant? Shut up, that's why.
Yeah, mind your own goddamn business. To fight terrorism, duh.
We're making the Ringling Brothers cool again. Uncancelled.
This time we're not Ella fucking around.
Did you ever
Maybe
play
this is the one. Maybe
Did you
this
ever
is the
play
one
Elephant as a
that
kid?
gets. I'm sorry, what?
Did you ever play Elephant as a kid?
No.
Do you know what Elephant is?
Yeah, Elephant the Elephant. Like, even as a kid watching the commercials, I knew it was bullshit because kids would just put their net above it, right? Or
Yeah,
yeah.
if you're a dickhead who wants to cheat, or you could be a kid with whimsical desires to play a game and play it as it's intended.
I
Duck, duck, go
I
is such bullshit. You can just mark the top of the ducks. Like, no shit. Like,
I was gonna say that I feel like there's some story about that. You got kind of fiery when describing that. Is there
oh,
some unresolved trauma with you and the other kids on base?
yeah, because the officer's kid had Elephant, and the only time we got to play Elephant is when we went to his birthday party.
Wow, what an asshole.
Yeah.
So,
Bring me
dear
presents, now you can play Elephant.
So, dear listeners, this isn't the first time childhood traumas come bubbling up with DP, because I remember vividly in college, we were talking about childhood video games, and I mentioned Legend of Zelda Wind Waker as one of my favorite Legend of Zeldas, and DP very passionately said, "No, fuck that game," and I was like, "What? Why DP? Such strong language. Explain your beef." And he was like, every time I would go to a fucking kid's house with a GameCube, they would be playing that game and they'd be riding their stupid little boat, and I would just watch them and not get to play. I'm like, okay, that's valid.
Yeah, I also had beef with Smash Bros. For that same, like,
What do you mean? That's a multiplayer game.
okay, so we're playing, and it's like, hey man, what controls do what? And they're like, oh, you just push buttons and it works. It'll figure it out. And then you just get your ass handed to you for 30 minutes, and it's like, I don't have a goddamn GameCube. Tell me what the controls do so we can actually have a match. Or unless you want to just be like, haha, I fucking owned you. It's the same argument of like, oh, I won this fight against this guy at the bar, except the guy at the bar is fucking 70. So really all you did was beat up an old guy.
Yeah,
Versus
and you're
we're
the
playing Smash
asshole.
Bros, except I didn't tell the kid the fucking rules or the controls. So really, I'm just beating up an idiot.
I'm just beating up an idiot. I mean, that's kind of fun, right? No?
No,
Okay. Well,
there's
okay,
no
but at least
honor in that.
the Smash Bros. Kid tried to include you, I suppose, rather than that fuck it dick that was
That
like, "Oh,
fucking
just watch me
weirdo.
play Wind Waker."
The fucking weirdo only kid. This is why I play fucking Spyro on PlayStation.
Oh, you were a PlayStation kid. Oh, wow.
Yeah, Spyro and Crash Bandicoot.
What TV network did you fuck with the most growing up?
TV network, like for cartoons?
Yeah.
I was mostly a Cartoon Network guy.
See, I like to joke with people that I was an Xbox kid and a Cartoon Network kid growing up, which is why I'm so fucked up as an adult.
This has actually caused arguments between me and Miranda because she was a Nickelodeon kid.
That okay, I would have pegged her for Disney, but
Well, here's the thing. When it came to live action, I was a Disney kid, right? Because who doesn't love Disney Channel originals? Which reminds me, we need to watch Cadet Kelly.
yeah, is that on the list?
No, it wasn't, but I think it ought to be.
Yeah, yeah, it
Fucking
well ought to be.
Lizzie McGuire goes to military school.
Oh man, there's so many like untapped Disney movies, I suppose, other than this thing.
And now that I have Disney Plus, which we are not sponsored by,
But we could be.
Disney Channel originals. Is Cheetah Girls a war movie?
Sure, I guess. Yeah.
List of. Apparently, the first Disney Channel original made for TV movie is a film called Tiger Town from 1983.
Tiger Town. Is that a movie about them airdropping a tiger into a Vietnamese village to secure their alliance?
No. It's a baseball movie.
Huh. Is that a war movie?
Maybe. I wonder. I wonder if they ever played this on the Disney Channel.
I don't know why they wouldn't.
The Paper Brigade. I do remember this film. The Paper Brigade is a 1996 adventure comedy film. The story follows a group of small town paper boys who band together to prevent bullies from taking over their routes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, back to this movie. Fun fact: the elephant in this film is actually a movie star.
Yeah?
It also was in the film Water for Elephants.
Another movie I haven't seen.
Holy shit! This elephant lived forever. It was born in 1960. How do they know this elephant's birthday? Anyways,
They asked it.
it was born in 1968. So it was alive for fucking Vietnam. Oh man, could you imagine the PTSD this elephant had? Like,
Dude, yeah, that elephant is not okay.
lived through the fucking Vietnam War, and then it has to play in a fucking kids movie for it.
So, speaking of which, how much Simpsons do you watch or have watched?
I'm sorry, what was that?
So, how much Simpsons do you watch or have you watched?
I watched it all the time when I was a kid, but I've really fallen off the Simpsons train, and now the only Simpsons I consume is via Instagram Reels.
So, were your family was one of the families where they watched it with you, right? Is that what I'm?
Yeah, mostly.
So, I'm always really interested asking people this because I feel like there's a dichotomy in American society where when we were kids, there were two groups of us. One whose parents did not at all allow them to watch Simpsons under any circumstances, or versus us whose parents not only allowed them to watch it, but watched it with them. That was like a tradition in my household for a while, like watching The Simpsons on Sunday, I believe.
I don't know. So my parents did watch a lot of media with me, but also I was given a lot of access to the TV and the computer that I honestly really shouldn't have had as a child. So I don't know if that
And
answers your question.
but here's the thing, like this reminded me of a Simpsons bit from like the old days. There's an episode where Seymour Skinner is the only like teacher, principal in the school, and all the kids are there, and they get snowed in. And Seymour starts reminiscing about his time in Vietnam. And
Principal Skinner, no.
one of his memories is when he's in a POW camp with members of his platoon, and they're just talking, and one of them's like, fuck it, I say we make a run for it now. And Skinner's like, no, it's too dangerous, let's just sit here and talk about Anne Margaret and chocolate candy bars. And the other guy's like, screw this, I'm out of here, and runs through the bamboo. And they're like, no, don't. And then it shows an elephant in one of those cone rice hats picking him up and eating him. And then it flashes back to the present, and Skinner says, that elephant ate my entire platoon.
Jesus.
that's where my mind went when I was watching this, like elephant Vietnam eating American soldiers fighting for the Vietcong. Holy shit.
Who knew they could have been so violent?
They're vicious.
So I know when we were talking about this before the podcast, you're like, I'm scared because this film says it's inspired by a true story.
Yeah, this shit happened. Like every bit of it. Like there's no lies throughout this entire movie.
Yeah, not a single one. No, but really, I was looking into it. There is a real instance of this happening in Vietnam. It was called Operation Baroom. No, oh, I'm just a fucking idiot. It's Operation Barroom. They forgot a space between the two words.
Wait, I thought it could be spelled without a space.
Anyways, 5th Special Forces Group did actually airdrop a goddamn elephant in order to do some goodwill shit. Now,
Well, I'll be
does it
damned.
involve all the hijinks that this film has? Probably not. But which really upsets me, because when I was watching this, and granted, it's a fucking kids movie, it's an action film, whatever. But when I saw them drop the elephant out of the airplane, I was like, have you ever seen a video of like the army airdropping like tanks and stuff?
Yes. No, I haven't.
Okay. Well, Google it sometime. It hits me right in the autisms. But the thing about when they like airdrop tanks and shit is that like they have to be packaged a specific way, or else it completely destroys the fucking suspensions. And I'm just imagining this fucking elephant getting airdropped and then his knees getting fucking blown out because they didn't package it correctly. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
it's not something you half-ass, certainly.
no, this isn't like we welded a fucking metal crate together and then strapped the elephant in with one. Did you notice that? It looked like they only they had like one strap going over the top of the elephant to keep it in. And during this fucking sequence where it's falling out of the airplane and tumbling and shit, it's like doing all these 360 turns. And I'm like, the only thing keeping it in that goddamn crate is a single like ratchet strap. Like, what the fuck, guys?
Yeah,
I never went to parachute rigging school. What the fuck do I know?
me neither.
This would
Me
have been a
neither.
great film. I'm going to send this to Blake later. But we should have had Blake on this film for his parachute expertise on fucking elephant parachute bullshit.
Oh man, I bet he'd have a lot to say about this movie.
Hey man, I know it's not World War II, but we got some questions.
Yeah, he would. I think he would love this movie in like the sense of bile fascination. Like,
I
yeah,
got
he'd like.
I got your next movie for Jump School. Also, I found more filmography for the elephant, whose real name is Ty.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Uh, was in The Jungle Book.
like the newest one, I assume.
No, a 1994 live action adaptation of it. Also, in George of the Jungle, The Scorpion King featuring Dwayne The Rock Johnson, George of the Jungle 2, and Looney Tunes back in action.
Yeah, Looney Tunes.
It's a hell of a filmography. This elephant died at the age of 52 in 2021
Damn.
in Fredericksburg, Texas. Oh my god, is there a grave for this elephant? I want to visit it. I swear to god, if they like did to this elephant what they did to fucking Sergeant Stubby, I'm going to be so fucking mad.
This. I would be impressed if they did. I wouldn't even be mad.
Oh hell yes.
They did, didn't they?
Ty the elephant is buried in Fredericksburg, Texas. Why is there not a photo of the grave though? God damn it, I need to visit this elephant's grave. Okay, this is really sad because I typed in Ty the elephant's grave and I'm getting everybody but Ty's. Like, it's just a menagerie of fucking elephant graves. This is really sad. Okay, that was a side of Google I was not expecting it to go down, and I greatly do not recommend to anybody. Do you remember in Vermilion, did you ever go to the Over Museum?
The what?
The Over Museum in Verm?
Is that the? That's not the music one, is it?
No, that's the natural history ish one.
We had a natural history museum in Verm.
What the fuck did you do for the decade you were in that town?
Drank.
Okay.
What, I'm sorry. I don't know what you were expecting.
There's not a lot of shit to do in that town. I would have expected you to do one of the 4 activities.
I was studying hard.
Right.
Anyways,
Anyways,
what I
there
told
was a
Mom.
natural history museum in Vermilion called the Over Museum. And in there, they had a skeleton of an elephant with a very sad backstory, but I just thought of it because we're talking about elephants dying. So, like, late 1800s, early 1900s, a circus comes through town, like Barnum and Bailey. An elephant gets loose, and all the local town people were like, It's a public safety threat, air quotes, and they went elephant hunting.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, so they they just killed a fucking circus elephant for no goddamn reason.
That I didn't know.
It's
That's
called Hero the Elephant, and Hero the Elephant also has a poem.
Oh.
Yes, I will send you the poem later, but this episode is not brought to you by PETA.
Oh my god. Why didn't you tell me there was a museum in Vermilion?
I thought it was. I don't know, dude. I didn't think I had to tell you.
You lied to me.
I don't know. So, what was your favorite part of this film?
I really liked that dude who was a short timer just like saying no to everything and hiding in his hooch. I can't say I wouldn't do the same. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I'll give you $40 for your lucky Coca-Cola cap.
Like, I think he had the right idea. Fuck this shit. I'm out of here.
Sir, I'm going home in 10 days. Cool. Be on the tarmac in an hour. God damn it. Personally, my favorite part of this was the river boat chase scene where they're like having a mortar battle between the boats.
And like when they get a bead on the Vietcong mortar ship, like the guy realizes what's happening, and then conveniently everybody bails out and swims a good distance before it gets hit.
Yeah, the very dramatic, like, they all jump out of the boat, like, no! And then the boat blows up because what are we going to do if our VC counterparts die? How do you have a war movie where nobody dies? This is great. Well, Lynn's dad dies, but, you know.
I mean, that doesn't count, does it?
Nah, it counts about as much as Bambi's dad being dead, so. Just following the fucking Disney movie trend here.
Oh shit.
So, what are you drinking?
I'm glad you asked. So, I've been on, like, believe me, I wanted to be the guy that brings like rice wine to this, fit the theme, but I've been on I'm not what you call a rich man, nor am I in a place that enables the ease of buying such a thing. And on top of that, I've been on a real pale lager kick recently, so I have Rolling Rock.
Mm.
And I'm on my second one. No, I was drinking Spot, but now I'm moving on. Did you hear that?
Yes, I did hear that. That was a beautiful crack. I am drinking whiskey barrel coffee because it's not drinking time for me yet. Um, we're doing this a bit earlier than we usually do. Um, and something tells me if I got drunk on like torpedo juice at this time of day, like I did last time we recorded at this time, my wife would be very mad. So, um, something about like we're about to have a baby. I need you to help around the house.
Me, 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 me.
I'm sure this is going to go over real well when she hears it. Maybe we should have Miranda come on for Cadet Kelly.
Yes, we should. I feel like she's watched it before. Or maybe I'm just being sexist, but
Maybe I fucking whatever. But
fucking whatever.
so yeah, I'm drinking whiskey barrel coffee, which is coffee that is roasted using whiskey barrel staves. So you get all the wonderful flavors of an Irish coffee with none of the fun alcohol.
Aww.
Sad. So yeah, that's my drink. I don't know about you, but I think it might be time to rate this movie.
Yeah, I really don't know what else to bring up about this movie. It was weird.
Look,
Oh,
here's the thing.
actually,
It's like we said, if you watch a fucking summer camp movie produced by Disney, it's a copy paste story format just set in Vietnam. So
and
like there really is not a ton of originality to this film other than the fact that they parachute drop a goddamn elephant.
they do indeed parachute a goddamn elephant.
So I think for this rating, it would only be fitting because Disney thought it was hilarious to make 17 poop jokes in this film. 1 to 5 uh, suppository pills.
Yes, pain in the ass. But one thing that I want to bring up, that boat captain buddy he just bumps into, and
The opera lover.
he like had that flip portrait of Ho Chi Minh and LBJ. Depending on who's on his boat, he would just flip it over.
I forgot until you mentioned that. Probably the greatest joke in this film. So, okay, before we rate this, there's a moment where we pan over to our VC officer, and he's doing like an external, like thinking out loud thing. And he's like, now, why would the Americans want to bring an elephant to this village? Never mind the fact that I was at that village and I killed an elephant. That's completely unrelated. Anyways, we're pondering out loud. Why do they want to move this elephant? And he has like an underling that's like, I got it. And he's like, what? He's like, the elephant is the symbol of the Republican Party. And the
Yeah.
officer's like, what? He's like, yeah, the elephant's the symbol of the Republican Party in America. And Richard Nixon is a Republican. And it's like the most like you could see the officer just wanted to do like a shut up, Mimsy,
Oh, you fool!
but they never did it. Like I was like,
And
I was like, okay, that was fucking hilarious to me. Like, but to be fair, like Mr. Officer dude who apparently forgot he killed a goddamn elephant in this village. I mean, underling dude, you know what? I give him credit. You know, there's some solid thinking there.
yeah, it's like I watched that with buddies, and they were like, "How would he fucking know that? Like, how would he just whip that out?"
Yeah, well, it's like I know that Putin is the president of Russia. I don't know what his political party is though, because I don't know anything about
Right,
Russian
but
politics.
that's not even apt because Russia is a major power. Which okay, I get that, but a random farmer in Vietnam promoted all the way up to like a commander in the NVA, like not even a big boy commander, like an assistant to the big boy commander, just knowing that off the top of his head. But it was weird. But what I was getting at with the boat captain was they were like, "Oh, he gave us information on the NVA, and he also gave the NVA information on us." And he's like, "It's true." Why did they not like open fire on him then and there?
Because they needed his boat.
I mean, if he gave the enemy intel that got my buddies killed, I'm turning him into Swiss cheese.
And that's how we get war crimes, Jack.
Oh, call the cops.
1 to 5 suppository pills, Jack.
I'm giving this 0 out of 5
Not even a
repositories.
single suppository.
No. Wait, are we doing the negative review or are we doing the
No,
positive?
that was only last week.
Oh, okay. I can't see myself watching this movie again nor recommending it unless you want to like laugh at the tone deafness. So I guess actually
This is how I'm going to introduce my daughter to the Vietnam War. So
okay.
I'm going to give it a 1 suppository rating purely out of nostalgia. Like, this is a shitty film. I don't know whose fucking idea it was to greenlight this project, but yeah, that Vietnam is not a conflict that we do a PG kids zany movie about.
No,
Like,
it's
and here's the thing: we've done kids war movies before.
Sergeant
And
Stubby.
Sergeant Stubby, Valiant, they were able to produce a film that could present a very serious topic like war to a child audience without taking away the seriousness of war, if that makes sense. Like, even in Valiant, which is a little more like, haha, a little bit to it, right? Uh, it's still like there's still negative ramifications to it. Like, it's still like, Germans are the bad guys. They're trying to kill people. Like, they have killed all of our friend pigeons and whatnot. So it there's just not a negative consequence in this fucking movie other than
No.
killing one elephant. So yeah,
God.
it's a 1. And also just like Ray Liotta and Dennis Leary and Danny Glover, they're all fantastic actors, but they are not children's movie actors.
Like they did what they could with this movie, you could tell.
Oh yeah,
But
there wasn't a lack of effort on their part. It's just you can only do so much with what's given. So yeah.
yeah.
What does Rotten Tomatoes have?
Oh, right. I was supposed to put that up, wasn't I? All right. Put the lime in the coconut. Mix it all up. Lime in the coconut.
He puts the Nestle Crunch bar into the rice wine.
Yeah, and how much do you think they paid for all the Nestle Crunch shots?
Probably a decent amount. Maybe that's the only reason it got greenlit. It was like, hey, Nestle is paying us a fuck ton of money for this movie. So
Also, I really should give, before I give the Rotten Tomatoes score, I will give points for them at least getting some of the uniforms right. Because the Special Forces, Ray Liotta and Danny Glover, they did have uniforms like that were that pattern. And that was the pattern given to special. The tiger stripe. That's it. While everyone else was stuck with the olive drab, which I gotta say, like, say what you will about the Vietnam War, but that was like some of the best uniforms the military's ever had. I gotta say it.
Personally, I'm a big fan of Desert Storm camo.
Oh, the chocolate.
Yeah, the chocolate chip.
Chocolate chip, that's what it was called. But anyway, the tomometer gives this a 26%, and the popcorn meter gives this a 29%. So they're more or less in agreement.
So they were a little more generous than we were, but they still weren't being too terribly friendly to it.
No.
Okay. So, our dear listeners, you might have noticed this past week we passed Armistice Day and did not have Sergeant York That is because scheduling and the fact that I'm having a child. So that kind of threw a wrench into the works. However, Sergeant York will be our following film after this. So apologies for not having a Armistice Day bonus reel for you guys.
Yeah, our bad.
How dare I have a child?
Yeah, how dare you?
Yeah, you need to be a
So,
dad. Mm,
so you got a name picked out.
we do.
I assume you don't want to share it this
No, not at
way.
this time. Sorry, folks.
Understandable.
Maybe a little bit down the road, but actually, I have no idea if I have mentioned that name on here previously. We've done so many fucking podcasts, I can't even remember our conversations. But
Would you tell us for a Scooby snack?
maybe on next week's episode.
Oh, and what's next week's episode?
Sergeant York. What the fuck?
Oh, right, Sergeant York. I was being an idiot. But
We also have Mr. Park Stevenson from the USS Kidd on deck. He's going to review the film Battleship with us. So that'll be coming out this month. So keep an eye out for that.
hell yeah. I've never actually seen Battleship, but man, it's on my list.
Neither have I, but apparently they used the kid to film some of the shots. So, and as is
All
tradition,
right.
you know, everybody we know just eventually goes to work for the kids. So we all float down here.
We all float down here.
Anything else, Jack?
No. No,
Alright.
I just don't know what to say. What else there is to say?
There's not a lot to say about this movie.
Not really. Yeah, yeah.
If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a review. The stars do matter. If you want additional content from us, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, all those good places. Until next time, I've been John.
And I'm Jack.
And we will airdrop out of an airplane later with an elephant for you.
Bye.